How big is your team on the ground, and where roughly they are operating? I mean, I understand over the past 8 years you already have been present in the eastern part of the country since 2014. Tell us a bit about that, and now that the situation is has dramatically escalated, what is the additional member of staff that you're putting in?
Indeed, the ICRC has been present in Ukraine over the past 8 years to deal with the humanitarian consequences of an existing conflict in the east, in the Donbas region. So we already had a significant team in Ukraine, 600 colleagues in different cities. But of course now, with the mounting humanitarian needs, we definitely need to beef up and scale up our presence, our logistical supplies in the country in order to match the humanitarian disaster. So for instance, the situation in Mariupol is deteriorating. Our team told us that people are fleeing with whatever they can carry, sometimes even with their pajamas. And it's really incredibly distressing. Our team in Mariupol has been working to help wherever they can. This included distributing food, water, and hygiene items to close to 4,000 people living in shelters. We also delivered first aid kits and medical supplies to care for trauma injuries at different hospitals and medical facilities in the city. In Kyiv, we provided medical supplies to treat trauma wounds to 2 of the main hospitals in the city. Of course, we are doing this working hand in hand with our partner, the Ukrainian Red Cross Society. And as we speak, we are deploying additional staff and supplies to the region so we can really scale up our response. Some additional colleagues, including those who can support with the medical needs and distribution of food and relief supplies, arrived in Ukraine as well this week. And this is a continuous effort.
At this moment, have you gotten credible reports that there is any maltreatment or abuse of prisoners of war on either side in this conflict?
Well, so far we were not in a position to visit any detainees in connection with the current conflict. This is an effort that is underway. We hope that we will be able to do so, and we will certainly raise any observation with the respective party to the conflict.
How about the foreign volunteers or people under whatever individual capacities, whether paid or not, whether they are volunteering to fight, to join the Ukrainian people to fight, and some of them encouraged by their national governments, they are entering Ukraine. What kind of international law is there to protect their rights and safety?
Well, when civilians take weapons and fight, they lose the protection afforded to them according to international humanitarian law, and they become legitimate targets. This is part of the of international humanitarian law. Civilians are protected with the understanding that they are civilians and they are not taking part in the hostilities. That's the basic understanding that needs to be clarified here.